Welcome, lone wolves. In the intricate social hierarchy of men, Sigma males carve out a unique and independent existence. Unlike alpha males, who dominate and lead social groups, or beta males, who follow or defer to others, Sigma males are defined by their ability to operate outside traditional societal structures. They are the lone wolves, the ones who choose to carve their own path and think for themselves, without the need for external validation or belonging to a specific social order. What truly sets Sigma males apart is their profound sense of independence and freedom. They are not motivated by the need for approval or the desire to fit into a preordained social structure. Instead, they define their own values and principles, moving through life on their own terms. One of the most notable traits of a Sigma male is his preference for solitude. While most people thrive in social circles, building friendships and alliances, Sigma males tend to have very few, if any, close friends. But why is this the case? Are Sigma males simply antisocial loners, uninterested in human connections? Or is there a deeper, more philosophical reason behind their preference for solitude? The truth is more nuanced than it may seem. Sigma males' reluctance to form close friendships often stems from their discomfort with superficial connections and their desire for intellectual and emotional authenticity. They value depth over breadth in their relationships and are highly selective about who they allow into their inner circle. Their solitary nature is not about rejecting others, but about protecting their inner peace and maintaining their sense of independence. This in-depth analysis delves into 8 harsh yet undeniable truths that explain why Sigma males often prefer solitude over the social games and superficial bonds that others chase. These insights uncover the uncompromising integrity of the Sigma male's mindset, shedding light on the strength and resilience that come from self-sufficiency and introspection. Once you understand these truths, you'll see that the Sigma male's solitary nature is not a weakness, but a powerful testament to their inner strength and self-reliance. 1. They naturally challenge group mentality, the unyielding pursuit of truth. Sigma males are inherently critical thinkers. From a young age, they develop a habit of questioning everything around them: society's rules, established traditions, and group beliefs. Unlike most people who passively accept what is handed to them, Sigma males possess an innate drive to explore and understand the truth. They don't follow the crowd just because it's easier or more socially acceptable. Instead, they approach life with a mindset focused on uncovering reality, no matter how uncomfortable or unpopular the truth might be. Where others may accept conventional wisdom or social norms to maintain peace and avoid conflict, Sigma males stand apart. They challenge the status quo, always questioning and analyzing the world through their own lens. Whether it's an established social belief or a widely accepted practice, Sigma males are not afraid to ask the tough questions and challenge the systems around them. This pursuit of truth is not just intellectual, it's a deep, personal commitment to understanding life on their own terms. The social cost of independent thought. However, this intellectual independence doesn't come without consequences. By choosing to think for themselves, Sigma males often find themselves at odds with the people around them. While many people conform to group mentality to avoid conflict or to fit in, Sigma males refuse to compromise their beliefs. This means they are frequently at odds with others, especially when it comes to adopting collective opinions or following trends without questioning them. For example, in a workplace, when a new company policy is introduced and everyone enthusiastically supports it, the Sigma male is the one who questions its logic. They might speak up, offering constructive criticism or pointing out potential flaws, while others simply nod along. This creates discomfort in group settings, and often tension arises as a result. People naturally dislike having their beliefs challenged, especially when they haven't done the deep thinking that the Sigma male has. Most people prefer the comfort of agreement over the discomfort of confrontation. As a result, the Sigma male's independent thought and willingness to challenge popular opinion can lead to social estrangement, the loneliness of the truth seeker. Over time, this pattern of standing alone in their intellectual pursuits leads Sigma males to social isolation. They have little patience for people who lack critical thinking or who conform blindly to ideas and beliefs without evaluating them. As a result, their friendships tend to be few and far between, as most people find their candid and sometimes uncomfortable questions off-putting. Sigma males value truth and personal integrity above all else, and they will not compromise these values simply to fit in or be liked by others. This isolation, however, is not viewed as a burden or a negative trait by the Sigma male. Rather, they find strength in their solitude. They would rather stand alone, maintaining their personal beliefs, than compromise for the sake of social acceptance. They understand that true self-respect can only come from living authentically and staying true to their convictions. While others may surround themselves with shallow, surface-level connections for the sake of belonging, Sigma males gain a far more significant reward from their self-reliance and inner clarity. For them, it's not about having many friends. It's about preserving their integrity and standing firm in their beliefs, even if it means being alone. 2. They have zero tolerance for flakiness. The Sigma's uncompromising standards. Sigma males place immense value on their time and energy. For them, time is a precious resource that should not be wasted. They hold themselves to high standards, and naturally, they expect the same level of respect and reliability from others. When it comes to relationships and commitments, whether professional or personal, Sigma males approach them with a seriousness and dedication that others might not fully grasp. They believe that if someone is important enough to commit to, they should act accordingly, following through without hesitation. A common scenario that highlights the Sigma male's stance on this subject is when a friend repeatedly cancels plans or is consistently late without any valid reason. For most people, the tendency might be to shrug it off, excuse the behavior to avoid confrontation, and simply try again next time. However, for a Sigma male, this behavior is seen as something far more than just a minor inconvenience. It is a fundamental lack of respect. To them, if someone can't honor their commitments, it shows a lack of integrity, and that's something they simply will not tolerate. Why they cut off unreliable people. Flakiness, in the eyes of a Sigma male, isn't just an occasional oversight. It's a sign of weak character. Sigma males place high importance on reliability and consistency, traits that they believe are essential for any meaningful relationship. When people fail to follow through on their word, it signals that they aren't trustworthy or dependable, qualities that Sigma males deeply value. To them, surrounding themselves with unreliable people is a waste of emotional and mental energy. They understand that energy is finite, and they refuse to spend theirs on individuals who do not share their commitment to mutual respect and integrity. Rather than confront someone about their unreliability, Sigma males will typically choose to silently remove them from their lives. They do not engage in lengthy discussions or try to convince others of their point of view. Instead, they make a clean break, cutting off the relationship with little fanfare. They do this not out of malice, but because they understand the importance of protecting their own well-being and maintaining their own boundaries. They'd rather be alone than deal with the emotional toll of tolerating flaky or unreliable behavior. The result, fewer friends, but better boundaries. As a result of this strict filtering process, Sigma males often find themselves with fewer friends than others. But in many ways, this is a conscious choice. The people who remain in their inner circle are those who value their time and honor commitments. These friendships are built on a foundation of mutual respect, trust, and reliability, traits that Sigma males consider non-negotiable. For a Sigma male, it's not about quantity but about quality when it comes to relationships. Sigma males will never chase people who don't value them or their time. They have high standards, and if someone doesn't meet those standards, they are quietly shown the door. This is a fundamental aspect of the Sigma male's identity. They would rather be alone than deal with the frustration and emotional drain that comes from maintaining connections with unreliable or inconsistent people. Through this approach, they protect their own emotional peace, creating a life that's free of unnecessary drama and filled only with individuals who genuinely respect and appreciate them. 3. They despise the hidden competition in friendships, the unspoken rivalry in social circles. Many friendships, particularly among men, are not as straightforward as they appear. Beneath the surface, there is often an unspoken rivalry. These friendships, at their core, can be driven by competition rather than genuine connection. Questions like, who has the better job, who's more successful, and who's more socially dominant, frequently emerge in subtle ways, creating an invisible, ongoing contest between individuals. This competition may not be openly acknowledged, but it is deeply felt. In many social circles, it's common to witness men sizing each other up, comparing their achievements, status, and even personal lives to determine who's on top. Sigma males, however, have a keen awareness of these dynamics. They can immediately recognize the hidden agendas and the silent power struggles that lurk beneath the surface of many friendships. For Sigma males, this type of competition is not only unappealing, but it's also exhausting. The constant jockeying for position and validation takes energy that they would rather spend on more meaningful, authentic pursuits. They have little interest in participating in these covert games, and they find them to be both draining and ultimately pointless. Why they reject fake camaraderie. For Sigma males, the very idea of fake camaraderie, friendships that are based on superficial competition rather than mutual respect, feels hollow and disingenuous. When a Sigma male experiences success or achieves something noteworthy, the reaction from those around him often reveals the true nature of many so-called friendships. Instead of offering genuine congratulations or support, many individuals respond with jealousy, passive aggression, or subtle undermining. This kind of behavior is a clear indication that the friendship was never built on trust or authenticity. It was simply an ego battle waiting to happen. Sigma males understand that these friendships are merely ego-driven connections disguised as camaraderie. They see through the facades, recognizing that what's really happening is not mutual admiration or support, but a competition to outshine or one-up each other. Rather than pretend to enjoy these relationships or tolerate the underlying resentment, Sigma males reject them altogether. They refuse to waste their time and energy on friendships that are rooted in envy or status seeking. The Sigma solution: no friendships, fake friendships. In light of this, Sigma males adopt a straightforward solution. No friendships are better than fake friendships. They value authenticity above all else and seek connections that are genuine and free from competition. For Sigma males, true friendship is about mutual respect, shared values, and the freedom to be themselves without the constant pressure to outperform or compare. They are not interested in relationships where one person's success feels like a threat to another's ego. Instead, they seek out individuals who support one another, not out of obligation or competition, but because they value each other's growth and success. Since most friendships are tainted by these unspoken rivalries and hidden motives, Sigma males often prefer solitude over engaging in shallow social dynamics. They understand that loneliness is a fair price to pay if it means they can avoid the toxic atmosphere that comes with trying to keep up in a friendship driven by ego battles. In the end, Sigma males choose their peace of mind over the facade of friendship, content in their solitude as they cultivate authentic connections in their own time and on their own terms. For their trust is nearly impossible to earn. The Sigma's emotional armor. Sigma males have built an emotional armor over time, a protective shield forged by past experiences of betrayal and disappointment. For many of them, trust has been broken in the most painful ways, leaving scars that are not easily healed. This history of betrayal has taught them to be extremely cautious when it comes to trusting others. Unlike those who may offer their trust freely, Sigma males know better than to offer loyalty to someone who hasn't earned it. They understand that trust, once broken, is incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to rebuild. As a result, they approach new relationships with wariness that might seem cold or distant to others. But in their minds, it's simply self-preservation. Sigma males don't believe in blindly offering trust or loyalty. These must be earned through consistent actions over time. A person's words mean little to them. What truly matters is the reliability and integrity of their actions. If someone says one thing but does another, that's a red flag to a Sigma. They don't waste time or energy on individuals who fail to prove their worth through consistent behavior. They hold themselves and those around them to extremely high standards, and they don't make exceptions. If someone breaks that trust, even once, the consequence is severe. The Sigma male will not hesitate to sever ties permanently, without drama, without confrontation, just disappearance. Why few people meet their standards? The reason so few people earn the trust of a Sigma male is simple. Most people fail the loyalty test. Everyday actions like gossiping, breaking promises, or showing inconsistency are viewed as major breaches of character. Sigma males are quick to recognize when people are not being genuine, and they don't tolerate dishonesty or betrayal in any form. They've been burned before, and as a result, they've developed a keen sense of discernment when it comes to who they allow into their inner circle. To them, someone who gossips behind others' backs or fails to keep a promise is not someone worth investing in. A broken promise is more than just a minor inconvenience. It's a betrayal of trust, and once that trust is compromised, it's unlikely that the relationship will survive. Sigma males don't give second chances when it comes to betrayal. They simply disappear. They won't engage in lengthy discussions or attempts at reconciliation. Instead, they remove themselves from the situation, cutting ties quietly and decisively. For them, loyalty isn't something to be taken lightly, and they won't continue to invest in someone who has proven to be unreliable. They've learned that doing so only leads to more pain and disappointment, and they'd rather be alone than deal with betrayal. The lonely reality of high standards. This uncompromising approach to trust often leads to a lonely reality for Sigma males. Since most people are unable to meet their high standards of loyalty and reliability, Sigma males often find themselves with a very small circle of true friends. If any at all, they have little patience for superficial connections or relationships that lack depth and authenticity. Because of this, they may spend much of their time in solitude, enjoying the peace and freedom that comes with being selective about who they allow into their lives. But for Sigma males, solitude is not a burden. It's a choice. They understand that true loyalty and trust are rare, and they would rather have one real friend who consistently proves their worth than 100 fake friendships built on pretense. In a world where trust is often given too freely and broken too easily, Sigma males cherish the few genuine connections they have, valuing quality over quantity. To them, being alone is preferable to surrounding themselves with people who are not worthy of their trust, and they are willing to endure loneliness to maintain their emotional integrity. 5. They outgrow friendships rapidly. The relentless pursuit of growth. Sigma males are driven by an intense desire for personal growth. Unlike many individuals who settle into their routines and allow their intellectual, emotional, and social growth to stagnate, Sigma males are constantly evolving. They are in a perpetual state of self-improvement, pushing themselves to reach new heights in their thinking, behavior, and overall life experience. Whether it's developing new skills, exploring new ideas, or refining their personal philosophies, Sigma males are always looking to expand their minds and their potential. This relentless pursuit of growth means that they are rarely content to stay in one place for long, whether physically, mentally, or emotionally. As Sigma males evolve, they become more attuned to their own values and aspirations, often leaving behind the things and people that no longer align with their evolving sense of self. Old friendships, once meaningful, may gradually lose relevance as their interests and goals shift, while others may stay in the same social circles or hold on to friendships out of habit. Sigma males find that they naturally outgrow relationships that no longer serve their growth. Friendships that were once enjoyable may start to feel superficial or limiting, as their partners in these relationships are not on the same path of growth and self-improvement. For Sigma males, if a friendship does not contribute to their evolution, it is likely to fade away over time. The emotional disconnect. This process of outgrowing friendships is not something that happens suddenly. It is a result of a natural, ongoing progression. As Sigma males push forward in their personal development, they may find themselves emotionally disconnected from those who remain stagnant. The difference in their mindset becomes increasingly apparent, where they seek depth in new experiences. Others may remain locked in familiar patterns, content with status quo. Sigma males find it difficult to maintain a connection with those who aren't on a similar journey of growth, as their conversations and interactions begin to feel more like a mismatch of energies. The dissonance between them and their old friends can become emotionally draining, leading them to feel increasingly isolated from those they once shared a bond with. While this emotional disconnect can be a painful process, Sigma males rarely dwell on it. They understand that personal growth requires sacrifice, and sometimes that means leaving certain people behind. For Sigma males, it's not about abandoning friendships. It's about recognizing when connection is no longer aligned with their evolving sense of self. They are not afraid to let go of relationships that are no longer in harmony with their aspirations, even if that means facing loneliness in the short term. The inevitable drift. As Sigma males grow, they begin to gravitate toward individuals who are similarly committed to self-improvement and intellectual and emotional development. Their new circles may consist of people who challenge them, inspire them, and elevate them. These connections are often few, but they are deeply meaningful. Sigma males understand that true friendships are not about quantity, but about quality. They are more interested in having a few solid, growth-oriented relationships than maintaining a large group of people who are not evolving in a similar way. Over time, the friendships that were once a major part of Sigma males' life may simply fade into the background. This isn't necessarily because of falling out or conflict, but because of a natural drift that occurs when two people are on vastly different trajectories. Sigma males embrace this process as a necessary part of their personal journey. They know that by outgrowing old friendships, they are making room for new opportunities and connections that align more closely with their current goals and future potential. It's not that they reject the past. They simply understand that growth requires moving forward and leaving behind what no longer serves them. 6. They believe friendship should feel effortless. The Sigma's ideal friendship. To a Sigma male, real friendship should be natural, not forced. No constant reassurance needed. No emotional babysitting. No draining social obligations. Why most friendships fail this test? Many people demand high maintenance, drama, neediness, etc. Sigma males refuse to be emotional crutches. The choice: solitude over stress. Since effortless friendships are rare, Sigma males prefer being alone. They won't force a connection just to avoid loneliness. They'd rather have no friends than fake ones. 7. They don't need friends to be happy. The power of solitude. Unlike most people, Sigma males thrive in isolation. They recharge alone, free from social pressures. They don't fear loneliness. They embrace it. Example, the solo vacation. While others dread traveling alone, a Sigma male enjoys his own company. He finds peace in silence, not in forced socialization. Why this limits friendships? Most people can't understand his comfort with solitude. They assume he's lonely, when in reality, he's perfectly content. 8. The 3 rare pillars of Sigma friendship. They're non-negotiable standards. Sigma males only accept friendships built on trustworthiness, no lies, no betrayal; loyalty, unwavering support in tough times; respect, no hidden competition or disrespect. Why almost no one meets these standards? Most people fail these tests, gossiping, flaking envy. Sigma males would rather be alone than compromise. The final truth: Sigma males choose solitude. They aren't friendless by accident. They choose it. They refuse fake friendships. They wait for the rare few who meet their standards. Until then, they walk alone, and they're perfectly fine with it. Conclusion: the Sigma male's unshakable resolve. Sigma males aren't lonely. They're selective. They understand that true friendship is rare, and they refuse to settle for superficial connections. If you resonate with these traits, you're likely more Sigma than you realize. And that's not a weakness. It's strength in its purest form. Do you resonate with the ideas I shared in this video? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in more content about Sigma males, explore the other videos on this channel. Thanks for watching.